Today, our topic is the art of making better decisions. Life is full of choices, big and small. Every day, we decide what to eat, what to wear, how to spend our time, and how to react to the world around us. Some decisions are easy, like choosing between tea or coffee. Others are harder, like choosing a career, ending a relationship, or deciding how to handle a difficult situation. But no matter the choice, every decision shapes our lives. The problem is, we often make decisions without thinking deeply. We act on impulse, follow emotions, or let others decide for us. This can lead to regrets, mistakes, and missed opportunities. So, how can we make better decisions? The answer lies in understanding ourselves, thinking clearly, and learning from the wisdom of others, like the Stoics, who taught us how to live with purpose and calm. Let's explore this step by step. First, let's talk about understanding ourselves. To make better decisions, we need to know what we truly want. This sounds simple, but it's not. Many people live their lives chasing things they think they should want: money, fame, approval, without asking if these things really matter to them. The Stoics believed that the key to a good life is knowing what is within our control and what is not. We can't control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. So, before making a decision, ask yourself, what do I really value? Is this choice aligned with my values? Will it bring me closer to the person I want to be? By focusing on what truly matters, we can avoid distractions and make decisions that lead to a meaningful life. Next, let's talk about thinking clearly. Emotions are powerful, and they often cloud our judgment. When we're angry, scared, or excited, we're more likely to make impulsive decisions that we later regret. The Stoics taught us to pause and reflect before acting. They called this the discipline of assent. It means taking a moment to step back, breathe, and examine our thoughts before making a choice. For example, if someone insults you, your first reaction might be to shout back or feel hurt. But if you pause and ask yourself, is this insult really important? Does it define who I am? You might realize that it's better to let it go. By practicing this discipline, we can avoid reacting impulsively and make decisions based on reason, not emotion. Another important part of making better decisions is gathering information. We live in a world full of noise, endless news, opinions, and advice. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and confused. But the Stoics believed in focusing on what is essential. Before making a decision, take the time to learn the facts. Ask questions, read, and listen to different perspectives. But be careful not to fall into the trap of overthinking. Too much information can paralyze us, making it hard to decide anything. The key is to find a balance. Gather enough information to make an informed choice, but don't let fear of making the wrong decision stop you from acting. Now, let's talk about the role of fear in decision-making. Fear is one of the biggest obstacles to making good decisions. We're afraid of failure, rejection, and the unknown. This fear can hold us back from taking risks and pursuing our dreams. But the Stoics had a different perspective. They believed that fear is often worse than the thing we're afraid of. For example, if you're afraid of starting a new business, the fear of failure might feel overwhelming. But what's the worst that could happen? You might lose some money or face criticism. These are not pleasant, but they're not the end of the world. By facing our fears and asking, what's the worst that can happen, we can put them into perspective and make decisions with courage. Another important lesson from Stoicism is the idea of accepting outcomes. No matter how carefully we think and plan, we can't control everything. Sometimes, even the best decisions lead to unexpected results. The Stoics taught us to focus on our efforts, not the outcomes. If we've done our best to make a thoughtful decision, we should accept the result, whether it's good or bad. This doesn't mean we shouldn't care about the outcome. It means we shouldn't let it define our happiness. By accepting what we can't control, we can stay calm and resilient, no matter what happens. Let's also talk about the importance of learning from mistakes. Nobody makes perfect decisions all the time. Even the wisest people make mistakes. The difference is that they learn from them. When a decision doesn't work out, instead of blaming yourself or others, ask, what can I learn from this? Maybe you'll discover that you need to listen more to your intuition, or that you need to be more patient. Every mistake is an opportunity to grow and make better decisions in the future. The Stoics believed that challenges and failures are not obstacles, but teachers. They help us become stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Now, let's talk about the role of habits in decision-making. Many of our decisions are automatic. We don't think about them, we just do what we've always done. This can be helpful for small things like brushing your teeth, but it can also lead to bad habits like procrastination or unhealthy eating. To make better decisions, we need to build good habits. Start by identifying the habits that are holding you back. For example, if you often make impulsive purchases, you might decide to wait 24 hours before buying anything. By creating small, positive habits, we can make better decisions without having to think too hard. Another important part of making better decisions is setting clear goals. Without a clear direction, it's easy to get lost and make choices that don't lead anywhere. The Stoics believed in living with purpose. They asked themselves, what kind of person do I want to be? What kind of life do I want to live? By setting clear goals, we can make decisions that align with our vision. For example, if your goal is to be healthy, you'll make better choices about food and exercise. If your goal is to be a good friend, you'll make time for the people you care about. Goals give us a sense of direction and help us stay focused on what's important. Finally, let's talk about the importance of patience. In today's fast-paced world, we often want quick results. We want to see the benefits of our decisions right away. But many of the best decisions take time to pay off. For example, if you decide to learn a new skill, it might take months or even years to master it. The Stoics believed in the power of patience and persistence. They understood that success is not about instant gratification, but about steady effort over time. By being patient and trusting the process, we can make decisions that lead to long-term success. In conclusion, making better decisions is an art that requires self-awareness, clear thinking, and courage. It's about knowing what we value, facing our fears, and learning from our mistakes. It's about building good habits, setting clear goals, and being patient. The Stoics taught us that life is not about avoiding challenges, but about facing them with wisdom and resilience. By practicing these principles, we can make decisions that lead to a meaningful and fulfilling life. Remember, every decision is a step on the path to becoming the person you want to be. So, take your time, think carefully, and choose wisely. The art of making better decisions is not just about improving your life, it's about creating a life that truly matters.